It was Christmas Eve, and I sprinted onto the platform just as the big clock above me did something impossible. The time blinked from 12:11 directly to 3:33. Then, a train rolled in, completely silent. It wasn't on any schedule I knew. The digital sign on the front had just one word scrolling across it: last. The station behind me, which had been bustling just moments before, suddenly felt gone and erased. There was nothing to go back to, so I did the only thing I could. I stepped onto the train. The inside was a bizarre sight. The carriage was decked out in festive Christmas decorations, sparkling and bright, which felt completely wrong. Standing there was a conductor, almost too clean, like a figure from an old photograph. He didn't say a word, just held out his hand for my ticket. I didn't have one, but somehow, one was in my hand. He took it and punched it with a sound that was wet and sickening, like a fruit being crushed. He handed it back to me. Stamped on it in stark black ink were the words, "Cause of death, undecided." My heart hammered against my ribs. What did that even mean? Before I could process it, a chipper, almost synthetic voice crackled over the intercom. "Next stop, NOELO. Please keep your identity with you at all times." Keep my identity with me. That sounded less like a friendly reminder and more like a threat, and that's when it started. It was slow at first. I overheard a man across the aisle try to tell a story, only to stop mid-sentence, his face a mask of confusion. I can't remember what I was saying," he mumbled. Then a woman's phone buzzed. She looked at the screen, and her eyes went wide with panic. "I don't recognize this person," she whispered, pointing at a photo of a smiling little girl. A cold dread washed over me. People were forgetting. Not just little things, but everything. A young boy, no older than 10, started crying. He was trying to say his own name, but he'd get halfway through and then just trail off. Lost. My name is ... My name ... He couldn't finish it. The train wasn't just taking us somewhere. It was taking things from us. It was feeding on our memories, on the very essence of who we were. The festive decorations now seemed mocking, their cheerfulness a cruel joke in this rolling void. Panic seized me. I had to hold on. I fumbled in my pocket for a pen, anything to write with. My plan was simple: write my name on my wrist, a permanent anchor to myself. I found a cheap ballpoint, uncapped it, and pressed the tip to my skin. I was ready to write, but nothing came. My mind was a complete and total blank space where my name should have been. I knew I had one. I knew it was mine, but I couldn't grasp it. It was like trying to catch smoke with my bare hands. And hey, if you're listening to this on Bloody Chapter, do me a favor. Like this video, share it, and hit that subscribe button. Because what happened next is a reminder that some stories, some nightmares, don't end unless you fight back and hold on to who you are with everything you've got. The panic in my chest wasn't just fear anymore. It was turning into pure rage. This thing, this train, was not going to have me. I wouldn't let it. I stood up, my voice shaking but loud. "Listen to me," I shouted. Everyone looked up, their eyes vacant and lost. "We need to remember. Say your names. Say anyone's name." I pointed to the woman who'd forgotten her daughter. I didn't know her name, so I just gave her one. "Ina," I yelled. "Your name is Ina." Then I pointed to the man who lost his story, Adil, and the boy Javed. I just started shouting names, real names, like a prayer, like a weapon against the silence. Hina, Adil, Javed, Sarah, Michael, Emily. The other passengers, jolted from their stupor, started to join in. A quiet murmur at first, then a growing chant of names, filling the carriage. It was working. The cheerful Christmas lights on the walls began to flicker violently, as if they were offended by the sound of our identities being reclaimed. The whole carriage seemed to groan and protest. That's when I saw him. The conductor, he was just standing there, watching, his face a placid, clean slate, and on his belt, hanging from a leather loop, was a ticket punch. The source of it all. Without thinking, I lunged at him. He didn't even try to stop me. I ripped the heavy metal punch from his belt and spun around. My own ticket clutched in my other hand, the one that read cause of death. Undecided. I wasn't going to accept that. I slammed the punch down onto my ticket, right over those words, with all the force I could muster. I was trying to force it to rewrite my fate. And it did. The ink shifted, the letters reforming under the metal stamp. When I lifted it, the ticket no longer said undecided. It said, "Cause of death. Denied." The moment the word appeared, everything changed. The Christmas decorations instantly withered, their bright colors fading too cheap, cracked plastic. All the warmth and light vanished. I looked at the conductor, and his face, it was smoothing out, the features melting away until he was just a blank, featureless mannequin, a horrifying mask of nothingness. Outside the windows, the endless darkness didn't just fade. It tore open like a theater curtain being ripped from its rod. And then the train screamed. It wasn't a mechanical sound. It was a chorus of 1,000 layered voices, all wailing in agony and rage. The entire carriage shuddered so violently it threw us all to the floor. And then, with a final, screeching jolt, it stopped. The doors slid open, revealing not a void, but the station. The real station. People scrambled out, spilling onto the platform, still chanting their names, their identities, desperately trying to keep themselves whole. I was the last one to get off. I still couldn't remember my own name. The space in my mind was still there, a raw, empty hole, but I was clutching the ticket in my hand like a contract, like a promise. Denied. I watched as the last train, now silent again, glided away from the platform and disappeared back into the rainy night. I looked up at the station clock. It was calm now. It read 12:12, as if only a minute had passed, as if none of it was real. But I knew it was because as the train vanished down the tracks, I could still hear it, that faint, wet, punching sound, fading into the distance. It was already printing someone else's ending.